I tried to get into real airplanes, and unfortunately I'm not very good at maintenance and things like that, and I decided that that was probably not worth me doing. I should stick with the models where if I crash one, I might cry a little bit, but I'm still going to be alive. I guess the thing that really gets me about it is how friendly people are out here, and they help each other out. I just enjoy being outside on a glorious day like today, and just having a good time with my buddies out here. I got into RC model airplane flying when I was about 13 years old, and me and my dad did it together for years and years. Got a lot of great friends out here. We come out flying all the time, and the hobby has changed a lot over the years. When I first got into it, it was little glow fuel powered engines and things like that, and that was about the only choice you had. Now we've got mostly electric powered airplanes, so they're very quiet, but we've got everything from electric motors to gas turbines.
They do have their tails.
When it comes to the hobby itself, it's more about the flying, but also the electronics. I'm a big electronic nerd, so I like, looking at the receiver setups, the ESCs, the motors, and all the variables that make them work together, and how the information of the numbers kind of correspond with each other, and figuring out that right solution or why this part works with that part. But also, I like fast models and I like precision flying. I'm not too big on flipping them around and doing stuff like that, but that's the cool thing about this hobby. Everybody's got their own niche that they have in the hobby. Some people like gliders, some people like high wings, some people like warbirds, people like jets, some people like the bush planes that you can fly in the grass with no problem. So that's what's really neat. You can come out here on a Saturday and there's all kinds of planes out here of different styles, and it's like when you go get a new vehicle, they don't make just one, they make a whole variety of them for different purposes. Set it up for landing. So this is the T-33 Shooting Star. This was a Air Force trainer for a long time in the military. It's one of my favorite birds. This model, even in the full scale with the real T-33, the Shooting Star, was in service for over 50 years. It's probably the best trainer the Air Force has ever had. It's got a nice long straight wing. It's got the tip tank, so it's good profile. It's really neat when you're flying the model because it's very stable, very smooth. It flies for a long time. It's got the scale landing gear, it's got the suspension. As I mentioned, this one's a kit, so it started off as a box of wood and then built up to the model that you see here. You can go to the local hobby shop. They have a lot of technology now where you could fly on your own. However, when you come out here, we have club trainer planes. You can get with me or one of the other trainers. We can take you up for a discovery flight, see if it's something that you really want to do. Kind of like in a real airplane, you go up in a discovery flight. And if that's what you want to do, then we have the radios, we have the batteries, and we have the airplane. We can take you up, get you up to par where you can fly by yourself, and that's kind of like a real plane. You get a check ride, you sign off on them, and then they fly by themselves, and the hobbies as far as you want to take it. That being said, with us having the club trainer planes, if something bad happens, it's on us. If you do your own plane, it's kind of on you because you're bringing your own planes.
Now we're going to do some inverted spins. Well, I'm a doer. I'm not a spectator too much. I like to do things. I like to make things. That's what I've been doing all my life, is manufacturing or making things, and the hobby is part of that. When I first got into it, every airplane you flew, you had to build from sticks of wood, and so you learned how to make them work pretty quickly, or you spend a lot of time crying over them crashes. But now there's a lot of airplanes that are almost ready to fly when you take them out of the box. So if you're not into that kind of thing, you can still come out and have fun with us here.
You couldn't land it no smoother. All right, bring it back.
Good job. Don't spend a lot of money right up front to get something, because there's a lot of used airplanes and used radios in everybody's basements, and so you can get into this really cheap. Don't worry about the money. It's not going to cost you much money to get into it and get started, okay? And even if you do have to figure something out, all you got to do is ask somebody else out here, and they'll jump right in and help you figure out what's wrong or what's going on and fix it up for you. So it's really a group sort of thing out here, and we've got a really friendly club. That's the most important thing, because don't worry about it. Just come out and have a good time. Bring your kids, bring your wife. Some of the folks bring their whole family out here flying. It's just a friendly place to be.